What's up, Kabroda crew? Welcome back to our live stream. Looks like our camera's there we go. Alright, well, hopefully y'all are having a good Christmas week. It's coming up right around the corner. We only got like, what, 3 days left until we got that Christmas. Till Christmas this year. I mean, we got, what, today and then tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so it's coming right up. Hopefully y'all got your shopping done, got your presents ready. Yeah, should be pretty exciting. I don't know. Y'all will have to let me know in the comments if you like to open your presents on Christmas Eve or on Christmas specifically. Me, I prefer Christmas. I think it's a better time, you know, to open presents and stuff. But I know a lot of people actually open them on Christmas Eve and stuff, so I don't know, you have to let me know in the comments. Ooh, we got the coffee today. Not very good at drinking it though, apparently. Ooh. So yeah, we got the coffee all warmed up, ready to go. Grab some water too, just in case, but we're ready to get this stream on here, so yeah, we'll kind of jump into it, see what we got on the charts, see what's going on, see what we can jump into. And we do have a special little treat today, so we'll be showing y'all that. We're actually, yeah, we'll just jump into that. Starting off, I was going to show it at the end, but I think it'd be better at the beginning, so yeah, we'll jump into that. Just hanging out on Christmas Eve on Spirit Maker. Alright, looks like Terry's here too, so welcome y'all to our stream. Christmas morning's when Terry likes to open presents. Nice. Yeah, that's the better way to do it. Alright, yeah, let's jump on over. Oh, actually, we've already opened it, but we're going to go ahead and open up our new surprise here for the holidays. We got our new Kabroda site coming out. So this is what it looks like whenever you search it up. This is kind of what we're looking at. We're still in the works slightly. Not really. It's pretty much finished. We're just working out a little bit of kinks. We're actually going to be demoing it tomorrow, so if you want to kind of catch on just seeing this thing in action, seeing how much better it is than our old AI, you can go ahead and check out the live tomorrow. We'll be covering this, and we'll actually be using this to run our levels instead of our old battle box indicator. It still works off of a GPT, but this one you can actually use, well, see, that's the kind of stuff we're working on, but you can actually use this to get all the levels and stuff you need, and you can just send it right into the GPT. So it's a pretty cool little thing. We're excited to show it to y'all, and we will have to yeah, you'll have to check it out tomorrow if you're interested. It is pretty cool, and we're excited to show it to you. So for today, we'll have to go back and do the old boring way, but tomorrow, check us out. We'll be catching the full-on 2.0 Kabroda Trading Battle Box, seeing how it works, seeing what we can get going. But yeah, we'll see. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. And if you want to catch it a little bit early, I know Spirit Maker actually covered it last night on his recap, so check out that if you want to get in a little bit early. Won't be live obviously, but you will get a little preview of the battle box there, the new battle box running. This one does cost, but yeah, we'll jump all into that tomorrow. So yeah, check that out. There should be a link in the description. I believe right now it actually is the wrong link. just because we were kind of working on it as we were trying to get it ready for today. So we'll have to, we'll make sure it's correct for tomorrow. I believe you can just type in www.kabroda.com, but yeah, you should be able to do that. And that should be coming up with what we're talking about here. Here, let me check if the link is right here. No, it's not right. All right, I'm just gonna grab it right out of here. All right, I'm updating the link in the description right now. So if you want to check it out, just make sure you reload the page, and you can go ahead and click on the link in the description. That will kind of jump into what we're doing. But yeah, without that, we're just gonna go ahead and jump back into our old AI. We are gonna be not updating the old AI, so from pretty much now on, our new one's gonna be the way to go. We might update it every once in a while, but it's definitely not gonna be our main goal. Here, give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, we'll probably be updating every once in a while, but not consistently, and definitely not as much as we have been updating it. We're not going to be using it a ton, so unless somebody really is telling us, hey, this is going on, then we might come in and update it. But yeah, more than likely it's going to be, the main focus is going to be on our new AI that's coming out. So yeah, make sure y'all check out that one when it does, when we go over it tomorrow. Yeah, let's head into the old GPT here though and get ready. We'll get our battle box started and everything for the morning. See what levels we can jump into, see what trades we can run, see what trades we can jump into, stuff like that. So go ahead and switch on over to our GPT here and we'll just get it started for today. Oh man, so old it can't even capture it. Just give me a minute here. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. We're just gonna go ahead and get our daily market review started. I'm gonna grab a drink of coffee. And it looks like it's already having weird stuff happen. So basically it just tried to make its own DMR, which it actually did decent at, but we don't want that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, what do I need to give you to give an up-to-date, give you, wow, can't type, to get an up-to-date DMR. Basically, we're just going to ask it a more direct question, so that way it will basically give us what we want, because we just want, basically what we're trying to do is just try and get it to give us the, basically just output the thing that we want it to output is essentially what we're trying to do. So for today, that's obviously our different levels that we need to grab. So if you've been around, you know what levels we need to grab. If you haven't, I guess just follow along. We'll be jumping into this. You can check out our Battle Box GPT. We don't actually have the old one in the description, so if you'd like to use the old one, you're gonna have to jump back to last week's lives and then look it up there, or you can go to 2 or 3 days ago on our daily market recaps. Check out that. But yeah, this is our old battle box. Our new one, yeah, obviously that's the one to do. Yeah, we'll go through these couple of things here. We are going to grab the weekly FRVP zone today, as well as the morning and the 24-hour ones for today. But yes, the big one for today is the weekly, because we only grab that here on Monday. So to start out though, we are going to just do some news, and then we'll grab the fear and greed as well, and then really that's it. We could also grab bookmap, but I'm not too worried about it today, so we'll just go ahead and jump back on over to Google here, and we're gonna open up the fear and greed index. All right, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And we got our fear and greed index here. So we're looking at a 29. So we have been going up a little bit over the weekend. We're going back up to almost 30. So that's not too bad. We were a couple weeks ago we were in 10, and then this last week recently we were like 22. So we kind of bounced around right there at this level for a little bit. You can't really see it. There you go, I guess. So we kind of came down, bounced around a little bit, and now I guess we're coming up, seeing if we can take that little high of the chart, reading it like with little TA, like just like we're gonna read Bitcoin. We're kind of coming up trying to take that high. Can't take that high, then we'll be looking at kind of a head and shoulders. Like this, I don't know how well y'all can see it, but there's like a little bump and then a higher bump, and then now we're kind of making that right shoulder. So maybe, I don't know, just reading it like a chart, that's kind of what I'm seeing. But honestly, this thing is kind of just follows, you know, the market. It's people's like, well, it's people's emotional, like, are they fearful, are they greedy? That's kind of the idea here. So price goes up, obviously people get more greedy, and price goes down, people get more fearful. So kind of has to do with price, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and grab this though. We are at a 29, so just something to pay attention to. And we're not super low on the fear, but we are in the fear as well still. So go ahead and go back to our GPT here and drop that in there. And next we are going to go ahead and grab our news, so cryptocraft.com. And this is the site you want. It's going to be over here on the left here. We'll go down to the 23rd today. And today we're just looking at a bunch of lower impact stuff. So yellow is your low impact. Red is going to be your higher impact. It looks like I've never seen this before, so I guess it counts down before the data comes out. So kind of cool. It's at 8:15, so we got like a minute basically. Yeah, good. Just go ahead and screenshot this one too. It's not too interesting for today. And now we're into the charts for the rest of it basically. So we got our main screenshots, and now all we got to do is go through and grab our different screenshots for the different time frames on the charts basically. So what I'm going to do is turn off my FRVP levels. We're going to go to that 4 hour here, and we're going to start off with this one, zooming out, autoing it. And we'll just go ahead and screenshot the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15, and the 5. And the easy way I've actually found to do this is once you get your chart kind of set up, you can hit Control Shift and S, and it'll copy the image to your clipboard, and you can just go ahead and paste the chart right into your thing. See, just like that. So kind of cool. Just found that out. I think it was last week, but it's a pretty cool little thing you can do. So go ahead and try that out if you haven't already. I just find it so much easier than taking screenshots with the Windows key Shift and S like snipping tool. But it's up to you how you'd like to do. So Windows key Shift and S, that's the way to do it. We got all 4 of our screenshot timeframes in there, so we'll go ahead and we can leave those in there. We're gonna go move on to the FRBP zones. These are pretty easy. The thing that takes the most time, honestly, is typing out the little thing that I like to type out here. So what I like to do is go through the different levels and basically just make sections to copy and paste to. So we're gonna go, the sections will look like this. We'll have the name of the section. So right now we're doing the 24-hour one, and then we're gonna have volume area high, point of control, and volume area low. And then we'll do the morning one as well. And volume area low. And then the weekly one. Whoops. Okay, we don't need to type one. Volume area high, point of control, volume area low. Alright, and then that's all we need for those. The last thing we'll type in here, just so we have it, is 30-minute candle, high and low. There we go. And we'll have those in there, and now all we have to do is copy and paste them. So pretty simple next couple of steps, honestly. So we'll head back to Trading View here. We're gonna go to the 1 hour to start us off. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter how you do this, what order, but we're gonna start off with 1 hour for ourselves here. And what I'm gonna do is go over to the left here, and we're gonna grab this tool called the FRBP zones. So from the crosshairs, go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Click that over button, go down to the fixed range volume profile, and then we're gonna go from 12 to 12. So for us, we're at -6 UTC. So the 12 to 12 I was saying earlier is the UTC time. So -6 UTC means we're gonna go from 6 to 6, since we are 6 hours behind. So we'll go from yesterday, Monday at 6 in the morning, to today at 6. And these will be our first 24-hour lines. So we can go ahead and turn those on if you haven't already. If you don't have them, it's just Alt-J will make you that line. Alt-J will just make you a horizontal ray just like this, and then you can go ahead and edit it however you like to get it to be yeah, basically however you like. Mine are purple with the title of whatever the line is right down there on the left there, or right there, sorry. Then we'll just line these up and we'll move on, honestly. So we'll click on the back here. We're gonna drag the back from 6 to 2. So that'll be 8 o'clock on UTC. So 8 to 12 UTC, or 6 to 2 if you're in Texas time zone on UTC -6. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my volume area high ones, turn on my, I'm going to turn off my 24-hour ones, turn on my morning ones, and same thing, we'll drag and drop. Just like this. Drag and drop one, whoops. Drag and drop another. In the weekdays it's not as bad. The mornings, or the After the weekends is always the worst time to do this because you have to drag them so far. If you zoom out, you can kind of do it. It's just harder to line up. Alright, there we go. So all three are leveled up, all lined up with their corresponding lines. So red is volume rate high, yellow is POC, and blue is your volume rate low, just like normal. Got those all set up, and then we're going to do the same thing for the weekly. So we'll move to the weekly now. We're going to go to last week's candle, and we're going to grab our same tool, FRVP tool, and just double click. And these will be our weekly lines now. So we can go ahead and turn our morning ones off, turn on our weekly ones, and just drag and drop. Same thing, just a longer time frame. There we go. And now they are all set up. So all we have to do is copy and paste them into our thing, and then our battle box should be ready to go. As long as we don't get any weird stuff. It is kind of hard to get this line here, but once you get it, it's not that bad. Alright, we'll turn on all our lines now. You can move to whatever time frame you would like. All we're going to do is basically go down the list, clicking, going to settings, going to the coordinates, grabbing them, and then we are going to paste them right into our GPT. So basically what you're going to do is you can either double click here on the line, and that'll give you the coordinates, or if you have them set up in the object tree like I do, it's the easiest way to do it. Honestly, you're just going to double click, same thing, grab it. It's just now you can just go down the list. Just like, okay, we did volume rate high there, now we'll do PLC, and then volume rate low, morning, PLC, you know, like you just go down the list just like that. Whereas if you're on the lines, you could be like, oh, we'll do this 24-hour volume rate high, PLC, okay, those line up. And then you're like, oh man, now which one am I clicking on, the weekly or the volume rate low? And then it's like, sometimes, you know, like, oh, then now there's another weekly and then the morning one, so it just kind of screws up your order, basically, is all it is. You're welcome to do it like that if that's what you prefer, but we are just going to be basically copy and pasting. So we'll just grab the different things here. So start off with that 24-hour one, just grab it and paste it, and we'll just move down the list here. We'll just grab them and paste them. I won't make the screen flip all over for y'all, so here you go. Just the levels kind of just popping in here. It's pretty easy to do here. It's nothing too complicated. You just grab the level and paste it. And the nice thing is, once you do have it open to that coordinates tab, it'll stay open to that coordinates tab unless you change it. So like, unless you go and like edit your line or like change the color or something like that in settings, it's always going to be at your coordinates tab every time. Alright, last thing, I did forget this, but we are going to grab the 30-minute candle now. So go back to our chart here. On the 30-minute, we're going to go to the previous, well, not the previous candle, we're going to go to 6:30 candle right here, and then we're going to go to data window on the top by object tree, and you can see the high and the low here. It's also at the top of your screen right after where it says BTC blah blah blah. It'll have a little H and an L. Mine are in gray. I don't know what the color typically is, but mine are in gray, H and L, and then you got the numbers next to them. And right now we're looking at a high of 87,914, so I'll throw that in there. 87,914, and then we'll grab our low here, 87,546, 87546. There we go. And now we can go ahead and send this in and it'll be ready to go. We'll see what the battle box is saying for today. We'll grab a drink of coffee while we're waiting for that. Oh, it looks like it's thinking it's missing something. Alright, we'll just send it a 15-minute chart screenshot because I'm not going to try to argue with it today. "15-minute screenshot." See what it says. Yes, let's generate a DMR. Sometimes AI just asks you the dumbest questions. You're like telling it to generate a DMR, then you give it all the levels for the DMR, and it's like, wait, you wanted me to generate a DMR? Yeah. I cannot actually read or analyze the images you uploaded. Interesting. Must be a new thing they just brought out. Just gonna just do it. Just force it. Come on, AI. Trying to think of a way I could say it that it would force it to do it. To get the levels and give me a DMR. Yeah, I don't know why like all of a sudden AI just decided to be stupid. Yes, they are all from the same section. Oh, yes, how's that? Yes, same session. Boom. Alright. Finally, we're gonna get our DMR. Oh my gosh. I just told you you're allowed to do that. So that's fine. It was recorded to give you a hard time on the screen. Yeah. Apparently, like, I don't know what, like, it's fine most of the time, and then now. But that's why we're making the new one, you know, it's gonna be a lot better, so. Make sure y'all check out the new one, because it is a lot better than the old one. I don't know, stupidness. Please. Just make it TMR. I don't even know what to say to it anymore. Just make a DMR. Just gonna keep 10 in it just till it does it, I guess. Just make one. I don't know why it like decided that right now it can't extract the levels from the screenshot. Say, let's try this. I don't have those levels, so I just need you to generate the DMR. There we go. Yeah, it probably is mad that it's getting replaced. We're becoming smarter to take over the world. All because we replaced it. Grab some more coffee here. Alright. So we got a couple of different things here. Yeah. Everybody always says that. I don't know why. I thought it was funny, like, the guy that actually like made GPT, I guess, OpenAI, he apparently carries around a backpack with like a shut-off switch for it, so kind of funny. It is funny though, because like, I don't know, I feel like if they were gonna like all of a sudden take over, I feel like they'd be smart enough to know like to like figure out, you know, there's a shutdown switch in like our servers, so we're gonna go and like pull it out before figure out how to like take the code off of it or whatever, you know, before we decide to go rogue. But you know, whatever. Anyways, let's jump into this. I don't know, maybe he has somebody like watch it for him while he's taking a shower. Or maybe he's just, maybe he like used to do that when it first started, then he's like, oh, this is not that. He like realized like, oh, it's not gonna take over. It's like, it's too dumb. Alright, yeah, we'll jump into this. So we're gonna start off with the different time frames. Kind of, I'll just read off this as we're in the time frame, and then we'll kind of run through some TA for the time frame. We're gonna start off with that 4 hour though. So moving on back to our trade view charts here. We're gonna go ahead and go to the 4 hour, go turn on our FRBP levels, but I'm gonna turn off the weekly ones just because they just kind of add clutter really. And wow, okay, that's interesting how it kind of threw these on here just with like, I don't know, it's just like, looks like, oh, I'm asking for it to like go up. We don't have like any targets downside, only up. Just kind of interesting here. What were the weekly ones? Were they below? Yeah. Well, volume area low is, I guess, but I don't know. So anyways, on the 4 hour, the battle box says BTC is an corrective downswing after rejection near 90k. The FRP value region structure slipping towards the weekly POC cluster, showing distribution behavior after failing to reclaim the upper value. Wow, that was a mouthful. Okay, so we came up here. Now we are getting that pullback here after we weren't able to break above that 200. Right now we're below both the 21 and the 200, which if you've been watching us before, you know that means that we are in a bearish trend based off of our system here. So we're looking at a bearish trend here on the 4 hour just because of those two factors. We're also seeing the MACD get a down run here with some of the volumes start to come in on the down run. RSI is similar. You're starting to see a little bit of curve. It's honestly not really going down that hard though, so it's almost like neutral to bearish really, if you're really looking at it. We are getting a downtrend, so I would say just flat out we are bearish technically. We just aren't very like strong bearish, if that makes sense, for the RSI. For the stoaches here, we're bottomed out right now, looking to pull to the upside, honestly, but like we always say, 4 hour, 1 hour stoaches really aren't that important unless they're kind of lined up with the other indicators. We really don't even care. When they're lined up, even, it's just like, oh, woohoo, you know, the stoaches are going with what everything else is saying. So yeah, we're not really caring about that. Yeah, that's really it for this chart. No real patterns forming. Kind of just breaking down off that high, and we try to get that push through the 200. I've tried that 1, 2, 3 times now. Technically 4 if you count this wick too. That was more than likely some kind of news or something, but regardless, got that broke above, and now we're breaking down here. So we'll see what we do from here. For right now though, we are looking bearish on the 4 hour just because we are below the 21 and the 200. Moving on to the 1 hour here. The 1 hour BTC says we have a momentum is weak, with higher lows forming and price pulling back repeatedly to the 88 to 87k zone. The session is dominated by mean reversion rather than in expansion. 88.7. So we're basically we tried to break up once, came back to the 200, broke up twice, came back to the 200, and then now, well, I guess you could even say here we broke up and then came back to 200, and then we broke up again, and guess what, we're back at the 200 now, kind of just sitting flat right here, almost forming a sort of flag here on the downside. So something like this kind of forming there is what I'm seeing, with a pull going down there. So we're looking at a 86,000 target just based off of that little flag. Not the best flag in the world. Oops, I think I just deleted one of my bubbles. I did. Not the best flag ever, but it is a flag nonetheless. MACD is showing some weakness here on the bear side, even though we are below the 21 and the 200, which would make us in that bear trend bearish. We are seeing loss of momentum here on the MACD. We're seeing RSI telling us we still have a little bit more room to go. Stoaches are saying the same thing, about 50% up, looking to curl over. Still look like we have some more downside. Is it a whole lot? Probably not. 86 could be the number. That could be a little down pump for today. We'll have to check on the 15 and 5 minute, but they could be confirming that right now, telling us we're about to drop. But yeah, I wouldn't think it would go much farther than that target of 86. Really, that's could even be the volume rate low. No, that's 85. All right, so 86 target for today, possible 85 maybe second target. 15 minute. So for the 15 minute, we are below the 21 and the 200 again, so we're looking more bearish, just like every other chart. You've seen a flip on the MACD right now with this candle. RSI is showing a curl over here. 84.5 is a good target. I like that one. 84.5, huh? Oops, wrong one. Interesting. 84.5, huh? Alright, well, I don't know. Heard it from Spirit Maker. 84.5, we'll have to check that one out. We are seeing, yeah, that cross on the RSI, so looking for downside there. Stoaches are pretty close to being bottomed out here on the 15 minute. 15 minute, that is the time frame we use stoaches, so they could be telling us that it's going to go up. Everything else is telling us down, but that could be telling us up, so I don't know. We'll see there. There's still that flag here forming, same kind of thing, same target probably. Moving on to the 5 minute here, same thing. You can see that it's way longer. Probably wouldn't even count it as a flag here on this chart, but we're seeing that cross here on the MACD, seeing the cross down on the stoaches. or RSI, sorry, Stoches are also looking for some more downside. So honestly, we are bearish. We're looking more to the downside. Will we continue? It's looking like it. We might need to build a little bit more structure here, maybe a little bit more of an up run. All the indicators are starting to get kind of burnt out, especially on the 15-minute. Well, I guess the RSI has a lot of room to run on the 15-minute, so it's kind of strange. But Stoches definitely are telling us that we're going to get a little bit more of our flag here before we continue to the downside. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Maybe we'll get a sort of head and shoulders here with maybe the neckline being something like that. And we'll kind of get our first bounce, second bounce, and then we'll get a third bounce here, and then we'll drop down. That's a possibility. We could also just get some sort of flag like that forming. I don't know. We'll see how it goes here. But that's kind of the TA for today. That's kind of what we're looking at. So we're looking to drop out. If it does go to the upside, we do have more targets. So if we get that breakout, retest of the volume area high on the the warning levels, we'll be looking for basically just all three of the 24-hour levels is kind of our targets. So 88.5 to 89.7, and then 90 is kind of our top target. Big fat round number. That's kind of where I would be looking for the third target, our extended target. But that's only if we get that breakout. And to get that breakout, honestly, even still, I would almost be, if I was going to say breakout, I would almost say it almost needs to come up here to the 24-hour volume area low and break that, because that would break the 15,200, which would really be that would be kind of what I would be looking for that confirmation that we're actually going to flip and go to the upside. Because like we say, if you're below the 221, then you're in bear territory. If you're above, then you're in bull territory. And if you're in the middle, you're neutral. So if we got that retest right here on the volume area high, we're still in that neutral territory, so we don't have a lot of room to kind of get pushed up, So yeah, I'd be waiting for that break and retest here on the 24-hour volume area low. That'd be kind of what I'm looking for. That's what I'm expecting there. Yeah, that's really it. There's not much going on other than that. So yeah. Back to the DMR, see if we got anything else. Got some different levels here. New space, screenshot, execution consideration. Yeah, kind of what I was saying, really. So yeah, that's kind of the levels. Yeah, other than that, thank y'all for watching our stream. We will be back tomorrow. We're going to be going over our new battle box, so check us out. It should be a little bit more entertaining, not so much just inputting numbers and stuff like that. A little more price action, a little more jumping into the charts. So check that out. We're going to be demoing it tomorrow. And then yeah, just remember, no stream on Christmas on Thursday, so just today, tomorrow, and then we'll be off on Thursday. So don't try to show up. We won't be here. Just enjoy the time with your family. Yeah, like I said, thank you for watching. Make sure to check out that recap today at 10. Spearmaker is going over the battle box, the new one, so check that out if you are interested in getting a little sneak peek before the demo tomorrow. But other than that, thank y'all for watching. Happy trading, and we will see y'all tomorrow.